Hello, people. So as you can tell, I'm in bed. I'll be totally honest, since I made this sort of advertisement for this live stream, um, I've not been feeling great. I didn't have much sleep last night. Um, so I didn't want to just bail out because it did give the time, but I'm not feeling great, so I'm going to keep this one quite short, if you don't mind. But I could do a few questions, cover a few issues anyway. So yeah. Um, Feel free to leave questions, bring up topics. Usually these last about an hour, but this one's going to be much, much shorter. Maybe, honestly, about 10 minutes. I do apologize for that, but I'm just not feeling my best. So, yeah, just feel free to leave any questions and I'll cover them or bring anything up. Listen properly. To be honest, I do have some. Hey, Declan. So, yeah, like I was saying, I don't know if you caught the first part of the video, but I'm not feeling wonderful, to be honest. I've been having some sleeping issues. It's been a problem I've had for years, basically an inconsistent sleeping pattern. So if I'm pretty tired and not feeling my best, but otherwise things are okay. How about yourself? How are you? So I was just saying at the start of the video, I'm going to keep this one quite minimal, maybe 10 minutes, because it would be better probably to do it when I'm far fresher. But I did put the advertisements. I don't want to just bail out in case other people log in. So I've got 3 viewers at the moment. Please leave a comment if you're here. Um, like I mentioned to Declan, I'm going to make this one shorter. Um, these live streams, when they go well, they are good, but they are dependent on participation. Oh, not nice. Yeah, not bad. Thank you. Enjoying life as best as I can. Yeah, mate. That's all. That's all we can do, really. Take each day at a time. I had a gym session last night. Actually, I go to my university gym. Well, I should say my local university. I'm not a student there, but it's about 15-minute walk. It was a good workout. Always feels good having done it, but it's tiring. And there's one machine where you sort of sit on extended chair and you push upwards, and that lifts the weights up. I think I overdone it on that, or rather, it wasn't registering my progress, and so I done it several times. But that I start off on the treadmill and I finish up on the treadmill. But that's yesterday evening. I was gonna say last night. Yesterday evening, I went straight back after that because I've actually put on a bit of weight, 77 kilos now. So in boxing terms, I would be a middleweight, which is surprising because when I had my charity fight in 2014, I was a welterweight. So I've got three people here. Anyone else, feel free to ask questions. If you want to bring up any specific subjects. Don't know if people have been watching the Olympics. I kind of catch events here and there. I was watching some Taekwondo events, boxing. In fact, there's a young guy from Sunderland, Pat McCormick. He's doing very well, so that's good. Bit of local pride. Apparently, he's one of the top amateurs in the world, so he's from Sunderland. He defeated a Uzbek guy last night. Excuse me, a Belarusian guy. I think Uzbek was in the fight after that. Having had some amateur experience, you do see in the Olympics, Olympic boxing is a very different world from professional boxing. Fighters they throw more caution to the wind. They tend to be more frenetic. Whereas in a professional fight, there's longer time and there's more kind of gauging your opponent. So one could sort of see the differences in that sense. So just two people online. It looks like this isn't going to be a very, I was going to say, isn't going to be a very productive live stream anyway, but I appreciate your contribution, Declan. Definitely thinking of signing up to a gym again. Need to get rid of a lot of body weight. Just hoping we're free from lockdown restrictions for good. Feel sorry for Australia right now. I guess you're referring to the restrictions over there. Yeah, it's not a good situation. I mean, Australia has seemed to handle this very well, but it does seem that it's starting to get cases now in Sydney. I saw some footage of protesters in Sydney, and there's been similar scenes in Slovakia, in France, Greece. I get that people are frustrated by the measures, but attacking the police just for doing their job doesn't win any favors, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, it's a situation that needs to be contained for sure. I know the commentator, Katie Hopkins, was boasting about going to break the restrictions there, then she got kicked out of the country for the sake of being provocative. And, she's always railing against, well, people don't integrate into the UK, but she's in Australia. And, she's taken that attitude. So I have no sympathy with her. I think we should tell the Australians we don't want her back. Because to me, there's being controversial and then there's being Katie Hopkins. That's standard, to be quite honest. Just a nasty, mean-spirited woman. So I've got three viewers. If you've logged in, please leave a question. I'm not going to make this video too long because I'm not feeling my best, to be honest. I may as well explain the sleeping situation because it does have quite a big impact on my life. It's been going on for years. Although I've never been medically diagnosed, I've done my own research and it's something called delayed sleep phase syndrome, which is different from insomnia. Insomnia is that you can't sleep. I can sleep when I'm tired very easily, but the problem is I'm just awake very late, very often. My mind is very active at night time, and that means during the day I'm just, um, yeah, lethargic often. I mean, I can be productive and I can get a lot done, but my mind just has to be in it. So it's inconsistent, and that's a problem. Um, I think probably quite a lot of people have a similar condition. It's just that it's hard to gauge the numbers because people aren't always formally diagnosed. But it's called delayed sleep phase syndrome, and it ain't fun. You know, does have quite a big impact on life, really. So, Declan, have you been to a gym before? Were you registered at a gym, or are you just looking for a gym? You're down in Norfolk, aren't you? Are you near a gym, or would you need to go into town to get to one? My case, university is 15 minutes away, but sometimes it feels longer. It's not an unpleasant walk, but I prefer it to be a little bit closer. I don't know because when you've had a long gym session or a trying gym session, walking back's a little bit tedious. What time do I usually sleep? Hello, Alex. Well, that's the problem. It's inconsistent. An early night for me would be 1 a.m. Often I'll stay awake to 6, maybe even all night, and it's not healthy. It's really not. I can force myself to if I kind of stay awake throughout the whole day. I can force myself back into metabolism or get semi-normal. I mean, right now I'm feeling tired because I was awake late to about 5, and that's normal for me. So of course I slept in, and I had to get up for a lesson. I teach online. My student didn't show up. I don't know what's going on with him. So Then I was kind of awake. I had a coffee and I didn't want to waste it. And just it's not a good feeling because you feel unproductive. And having said that, I do get a lot done at night time. Multitask. Was registered before the first lockdown. Was going regularly till then, but stopped since then. So figured of getting re-registered. How much is your gym, Declan? Mine's 20 quid for a month. I got a free membership for another month after that, which was decent. Yeah, I don't have a cold. It's just a lethargic. I mean, to be honest, I could have said, "Oh, sorry, people, I'm not feeling well. I've got a cold." But it would have been a lie. I'm not feeling good, but kind of my own doing. It's This is the thing about delayed sleep phase syndrome. It can be controlled. It's just when you're in a certain structure. I mean, to me, I don't have insomnia. I can sleep when I'm tired. So insomnia is you can't sleep, but I really, really do need to sort this out because I'm applying for full-time work, and obviously with a job, I need to be reliable. So it's something that I really do need to sort out. It can affect your mental health, to be honest, and I'm tired of it. Okay, guys, if you don't mind, I am going to round this up very soon. If you want to raise any more questions before I do so, please do. Doesn't seem to be much of an intake today, anyway, even if I wasn't feeling like this. There was one live stream, I had about 15 people. That's the sort of numbers that keeps a flow. I mean, I appreciate all the comments, Declan, Alex. Appreciate you guys commenting, but really, to get a good flow, we need more people. So, yeah, you know what, guys? I'm going to wrap this up if you don't mind. Because without more people and with me feeling the way I do, hey, Carl, you've joined in. Um, don't know if you've caught the rest of the video, but I mentioned I'm going to run this up very soon because I'm not feeling my best. People dying from heat waves in North America and floods in Europe and China. I think they're becoming carbon neutral by 2050. It's not fast enough, to be honest. I think they could be quicker. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, with the floods in Germany, which are devastating, and in the Chinese city of Zhengzhou, which I've actually been to. It's a very flat city, so that could be one reason for the flooding problem there. And the subway was totally flooded out. I agree. It's not something that we can be complacent about. But in terms of mortality, one thing that does perplex me a little bit is we always hear about record breaking flood. That's every time. And I mean, in India, for example, these are record breaking rains, but then you hear that in the previous season. And I don't know if it's a case of this record being the last one or what. So it's a little bit confusing because, I mean, actually, some of the deadliest natural disasters have been some time ago. For example, in 1970, there was an event called Cyclone Bola, which hit Bangladesh, and it was absolutely catastrophic, up to 500,000 dead. By comparison, Cyclone Toktai this year killed about 190 people. So it's not necessarily that floods and natural disasters are deadlier than before, but it might be that they're more regular. I think that's the issue. And yeah, the heat waves in North America, I mean, 49 degrees Celsius in British Columbia is staggering. It's absolutely staggering. That must be profoundly uncomfortable. Um, yeah, that my gym's about the same. But that hidden cost, yeah, that's pretty unethical. One thing I don't like about gyms in general, and it's not so bad at my local gym, but I find they can be a little bit pushy and they don't let people work at their own pace. I remember going to a gym and actually the guy, Jamaican guy, he put this sort of pin in the weight machine, and I'm pretty strong, but basically he overdone it, and I think I pulled a muscle or something. Um, that was a little bit unprofessional. He should have asked me what I was comfortable with rather than just assuming I could take it. Um, I also find gyms are. I mean, in my gym, you have the My Wellness app, which you can get on a laptop, but they have something called Moves. I don't even know what that means. But they've got something ridiculous, like 6,100 a week. And I'll have quite a tough training session, maybe once a week, and that might be 300 moves. So I don't know what sort of thing they're looking at with 6,000 moves. I mean, that's even an Olympian. I'm not sure would be doing that. I don't know what sort of. I don't know how they're working that out. That's a reasonable target. Seems a bit crazy to me. I mean, even if I was going more often, like if several times a week, 6,000 moves. I'm not sure what the moves are even supposed to be. I usually look at calories burnt off, weight lifted, and distance ran. Those are the three things I tend to focus on. Okay, guys, I'm going to round this one up because we really need more people for flow, and I'm not feeling my best. So apologies for that. Apologies has not been wonderful, but anyway, bit of dialogue there about gyms and climate change. So take care, guys. Have a good evening, and hopefully the next live stream will be more productive. Um, yeah, I think I've heard about the heat in Ulster as well. It's happening everywhere, and the disturbing thing is this could be the new norm, where in otherwise cold climates we have hot summers, hotter than usual. Okay, guys, have a good evening. I'll catch you later.